We're at the exterior of the home right now. Just going to point out a few things. Obviously, we have some construction that's ongoing. We have some light fixtures that aren't installed. I did note quite a few places of caulking and sealing maintenance, and as you can see in the course of this inspection, some of that is being taken care of as we speak. But a few things. I noted the caulking and sealing, unpainted wood at the garage trimmers and around some windows. Also, some of your lintels here need to be painted to prevent rust and damage. Come around to the left side of the home. For the most part, it just looks like there's some finish work that needs to be taken care of here. Do need some insulation on our water main shutoff here. We also have multiple locations of nails protruding from the sidewall of the foundation. We just recommend cutting those off and sealing them up to ensure that we don't have any expansion cracks resulting from those. We also have multiple locations of spalling. Generally, that is a moisture and mixed issue. However, it can be corrected with a little bit of parge coating or some type of sealant just to prevent any additional spalling or moisture damage at your foundation wall. It's primarily cosmetic. Can see that as we spoke, they have sealed up some of the masonry expansion joints that I mentioned. We'll note up here as well, we have some unfinished areas that need to be painted and finished. Heading around to the back. Another example of those, some unpainted wood around the framing. As you can see, some of these areas where you have that spalling, if you don't seal it up, it can become an area where ants and your typical household pests will start nesting around in those areas. Example right here, getting up into your weep hole. Another example of one of those nails we were speaking of. Another example right here. Want to be careful of that one. I don't want anyone to get tetanus. See, again, just some more unfinished areas. You'll see a rear window back here that has some paint on it, so we'll note that in the report. We also have a crack at this particular window. Gonna need to get that taken care of. We are missing splash blocks at all of our downspouts at our guttering, so would recommend those just to divert the moisture away from the foundation wall area. Around to the rear and the right side. Again, they've caulked up quite a few of the areas that I've called out, but I'm going to go ahead and leave those in the report just for reference because the report's just picturing areas as representative examples, but it'll give you an idea for future reference of what needs to be caulked and maintained. Here's one that still needs to be caulked up. Another example of a lintel that needs to be painted. Did note here you have a plumbing clean out access. It's pretty well mortared in there, so it's going to be pretty difficult for anyone to access that. So it'd be a good idea to have it set up this way to where it's protruding from the exterior and the plumber can access it. And essentially that's going to be pretty much all we have to report at this time. I did get on the roof. The roof looks to be in good condition. The only issues I found there were some nail heads that were unsealed. Those should be sealed up just to prevent expansion. Same reason at your foundation sidewalls or anywhere on the exterior, they should be sealed up so they don't expand and cause cracking. Essentially, that's going to be it for now. There'll be a lot more details in the report.